Magandang araw at pagbati. Ako si 𝐌𝐚𝐧𝐢 Reyes, convener ng Manila Studies Program ng CAS-UP Manila. At malugod naming inihahandog sa inyo ang MNL o mga natatanging lektura. Halika, ating panoorin ang mga piling panayam upang mas pagyamanin pa ang ating kaalaman tungkol sa Araling Maynila.
In a historic move, John the 23rd elevated Archbishop Rufino Santos to the College of Cardinals in 1960, making him the first Filipino to don the red hat. The appointment was met with widespread celebrations in Manila and was hailed as a recognition of the Philippines' importance in the Catholic world.
Magandang araw sa lahat at welcome sa MNL 2025 mga natatanging lektura. Sa pagbabalik ng seryeng ito na hatid ng Manila Studies Program o MSP ng Kolehiyo ng 𝐌𝐚𝐻𝐚 𝐍𝐚𝐭𝐚𝐧𝐠 Universidad ng Pilipinas, Maynila, samahan niyo kaming tuklasin ang ilan pang mga pananaliksik tungkol sa Maynila. Ngayong araw, sasamahan tayo ni Dr. Melanie Magpantay mula sa University of Santo Tomas para talakayin ang naging gampanin ni Rufino Cardinal Santos sa mga pagbabagong hatid ng Vatican II noong 1960s. Dr. Melanie J. Magpantay has been in the academe as a licensed professional teacher and a researcher for over a decade. She finished her social science undergraduate, master's, and doctorate in history at the University of Santo Tomas, where she serves as an instructor in the Department of History. She is also an editorial board member of Tala, an online journal of history since 2018. She has presented at national conferences on topics about Philippine church history, women in Philippine history, and church bells of the Philippines. Ating subaybayan ang kanyang presentasyong pinamagatang, Rufino Cardinal Santos steers the Archdiocese of Manila to Vatican II, 1959 to 1966.
You may have come across this post that labels Rufino Cardinal Santos as an alleged member of the Conservatives during the Vatican II Council sessions. It is easy to believe social media posts, especially when we are not properly informed. At the end of this video, hopefully we can reach a clarification. Good day, everyone. I will be presenting our research on Rufino Cardinal Santos and how he navigated the Archdiocese of Manila through the changes brought about by Vatican II. I am Melanie J. Magpantay, presenting this paper I wrote with Dr. Antonio C. Hila. We are from the University of Santo Tomas. Our study examined Cardinal Santos's role during the 1960s, a transformative period in the Catholic Church marked by liturgical reforms and social movements. We explored how Cardinal Santos balanced tradition with a call for change. We focused on answering our question, as you can see on screen. Our arguments were framed using Arnold Toynbee's challenge and response theory, which pinpointed two challenges to which Cardinal Santos responded by balancing his conservative views with actions leading to liturgical reforms. In a historic move, John the 23rd elevated Archbishop Rufino Santos to the College of Cardinals in 1960, making him the first Filipino to don the red hat. The appointment was met with widespread celebrations in Manila and was hailed as a recognition of the Philippines' importance in the Catholic world. Santos's elevation was also seen as part of John the 23rd's strategy to expand the Church's influence in Asia and Africa. The office carries significant responsibilities, including serving as papal chief counselors or advisors and electing a new pope. As a newly minted Prince of the Church, it was the duty of Rufino Cardinal Santos to participate as a council father in the Vatican II sessions. He was an active participant in all four sessions from 1962 to 1965, where he faced the challenge of shifting to the Vatican II ideals while striving to preserve church tradition. Pope John the 23rd's call for an updating of the Code of Canon Law, or adjonamento, strengthened the local liturgical movement, and with it, the clamor for the progressives to change the church liturgy, especially on the use of the vernacular. When the 4 Vatican II Council sessions were ongoing, the Tridentine Mass in Latin was the norm. Latin was a language that was exact in meaning, and this is why it is the preferred language of the European bishops and cardinals. Cardinal Santos intervened on the council's discussion of this schema twice. However, these interventions were not fruitful. When the question on the change of liturgy was put into a vote, 2,162 council fathers voted in favor, while only 46 were against. The Mass, as Cardinal Santos and the other council fathers knew, was bound to change. Chief among the reforms in the Mass were the promotion of a dialogue Mass, brief but substantial sermons, and the use of the vernacular, but subject to the decision or final approval of the bishops in an ecclesial territory. Among the changes that were incorporated upon the promulgation of the Constitution of the Sacred Liturgy, or Sacrosanctum Concilium, in 1963. Then, the Catholic Welfare Organization, precursor of today's CBCP, sent the proposals from the changes that were incorporated in Sacrosanctum Concilium to Rome via the Concilium for the implementation of the Constitution of the Sacred Liturgy. Rome approved the proposals of the Filipino bishops via an official decree that was issued January 26, 1965. This decree that you can see on the left side of the screen allowed the use of the vernacular only in selected parts of the Mass. These languages, or the vernacular languages may be used, are Tagalog, English, Spanish, Cebuano, Ilocano, Bicolano, Kapampangan, Ilonggo, Samareño or Waray, Pangasinense, Visaya, and Iligaynon. Rufino Cardinal Santos, that this is another challenge that he must face, an official Catholic liturgy in Tagalog. Santos responded by allowing the Benedictines of Menjola to translate the Mass in the vernacular, and this was a year before the issuance of the Vatican decree. Dom Benildus Maria Maramba, OSB, spearheaded this project with his groundbreaking work, Misang Pilipino, in November 1964. Meanwhile, in the Archdiocese of Manila, Cardinal Santos allowed the vernacular liturgy, but only in the province of Rizal. Latin was retained in the cities of Manila, Quezon City, and Pasay, mainly due to the cosmopolitan nature of its residents. Cardinal Santos also delayed the change of the altar to a freestanding one for churches built before 1965. It may seem that Santos was impeding liturgical reforms. In reality, he organized a series of catechism sessions to inform the laity of the conciliar reforms, while spearheading the translation of the Latin Mass to Tagalog, without the public's knowledge. In December 1966, Rufino Cardinal Santos secured the approval and encouraged the use of the Misa ng Bayan, the Vatican-approved Tagalog translation of the Mass. This is the most concrete manifestation of the Cardinal's willingness to the changes required by the Second Vatican Council. But back to our first image, is this true? A more prudent analysis is that Cardinal Santos is a cautious reformer who resisted rapid or extreme reforms. He believed gradual adaptation of reforms would prevent doctrinal confusion among the laity and would maintain church unity while preserving reverence and tradition in the celebration of the Eucharist. Once again, this is our research. Please take time to read its complete version, which you may access via the QR code at the bottom right of the screen. Thank you and good day.
Maraming salamat, Dr. Magpantay. Napaka-interesanteng alamin ng kasaysayan at naging mahalagang ambag ni Rufino Cardinal Santos sa kasaysayan ng Simbahang Katoliko sa Pilipinas. Para sa mga nais pang pag-aralan at basahin ang pananaliksik nila Dr. Melanie Magpantay at Dr. Antonio Hila, maaari ninyong ma-access ang kanilang papel sa pamamagitan ng pag-scan ng QR code o pagbisita sa link na matatagpuan sa inyong mga screen ngayon. Ang MNL 2025, Mga Natatanging Lektura, ay isang lecture series na hatid ng Manila Studies Program o MSP, ang Regional Study Center na nakabase sa Kolehiyo ng 𝐌𝐚𝐻 sa Universidad ng Pilipinas, Maynila. Ang MSP ay tinatag upang magtaguyod ng mga pag-aaral at pananaliksik tungkol sa iba't ibang aspeto ng Maynila at kinabibilangang rehiyon nito. Sa mga nakaraang taon, sa pamamagitan ng MNL, mga Natatanging Lektura series, tayo ay nakapagtalakay ng iba't ibang paksa tungkol sa Maynila. Maaari niyong panoorin ang mga nakaraang episode ng MNL sa pamamagitan ng pag-scan ng QR code na may kita sa inyong mga screen. Ang mga link ng mga episodes ng MNL ay may kita niyo rin sa description box ng video na ito. Maaari nyo ring bisitahin ang aming official YouTube channel at UPM-CAS-MSP. Maraming salamat sa panonood at kita-kits sa susunod na episode ng MNL 2025 Mga Natatanging Lektura.